I have not slept for 19 days, that is how long it has been since my eyes closed with peace, and opened to a morning sun 19 days, since I last dreamed, and I am beginning to understand that I never will again. When it started it was small a restless night here. And there tossing and turning in bed I blamed stress, I blamed coffee. I blamed anything but myself. But then I realized this was not normal sleeplessness. It was something deeper, something rotten carved into my very blood, fatal familial. Insomnia, I had heard the words whispered once in medical journals. A rare genetic curse, I never thought it would come for me. But here, it is, and here. I am. The first week was annoying, but survivable. My mind buzzed with strange energy. Every sound in the house was too loud. Every shadow seemed to stretch longer than it should. By day 4 my thoughts began to tangle. I would stand in the kitchen staring at the faucet, unsure whether I had already turned it off. Sometimes I would find water boiling on the stove with no memory of putting the pot there. My body wanted rest, but rest was impossible. When I closed my eyes, I felt a crushing pressure behind them, like my brain was a furnace refusing to cool. By day 7, I heard voices, not loud ones, not screaming, but faint whispers sliding between the cracks of silence. They called my name in tones I almost recognized: my mother, my father, my grandfather, all of them dead. They too had carried the disease. They too had wasted away sleepless until their minds burned out. Now their voices echoed in my skull, inviting me to join them. The mirror became my enemy. I would see myself standing there, but the reflection would blink at the wrong times. Its lips would curl when mine were still. I smashed the bathroom mirror on day 10. But that did not stop it. I saw my reflection moving in darkened windows, in the black screen of my phone. Even in the surface of a spoon it smiled wider every time I looked away. My skin started to crawl with invisible insects. I could feel them marching beneath the flesh, weaving patterns across my arms and chest. When I clawed at them, I left bloody streaks, but no relief. At night, I would sit in the living room with every light on, trembling and waiting for something that never arrived. Sleep never arrived. By day 12, the house changed. The rooms seemed longer, the ceilings taller, the angles sharper. I would step through a doorway and find myself in a hall that should not exist. Pictures on the walls shifted their faces. When I passed by one night, I swore I saw my grandfather at the end of the hallway. He was thin and pale, his eyes sunk in holes, his jaw unhinged. He opened his mouth as if to speak, but only dust poured out. I tried recording myself, hoping to capture proof. The camera showed only me pacing, restless, eyes wide and wild. But behind me there were flickers of shadow, shapes with too many arms. They hovered just beyond clarity. When I played the video again, the shadows were closer. Food lost its taste. Water felt like drinking glass. My body weakened. My hands shook constantly, but still, I could not sleep. The disease does not let you sleep. It strangles the brain. It locks the gates of dreams and throws away the key. By day 15, I stopped trusting the clocks. Their ticking slowed, then sped, then halted. Sometimes the hands spun backward in frantic circles. I wondered if time itself had abandoned me. Maybe I had slipped into some corridor where hours do not exist, only endless night. The whispers grew louder, no longer my family, but strangers. They hissed promises of rest if I just let go. They told me the world beyond waking was waiting with open arms. Sometimes they shouted, sometimes they laughed, sometimes they cried. But they never stopped. My vision blurred, colors bled together, shapes bent and twisted. I could not tell if I was standing or falling. I felt detached from my body, like a puppet dangling on strings pulled by unseen hands. When I looked down, my shadow was not my own. It stretched long and thin, its fingers curling like claws, and sometimes it moved even when I was still. By day 17, I began writing this journal, not because I believe anyone will read it, but because I need to hold on to something real. Words are anchors in a sea of confusion. Every line I write keeps me tethered for a little longer. But my handwriting shakes, my letters collapse into each other. Soon even this will fail. The reflection now speaks. It mouths words I cannot hear, but I understand them all the same. It tells me I am almost finished, that my heart will soon fail just as theirs did, that there is no waking from this, because I was never meant to sleep again. Tonight is day 19. I feel my heart stutter in my chest. Every beat is a hammer strike against hollow wood. My vision narrows. The insects are louder than ever. The whispers are no longer whispers. They are screams filling every corner of my skull. I cannot breathe. I cannot think. I only know one thing: when I die, I will not dream, I will never dream again. And when you hear my voice, when you feel that itch under your skin, when you lie awake staring at the ceiling, unable to close your eyes, ask yourself one question: are you truly sleepless, or is it already inside you too?